In this video, we're going to cover one tool that will help you double your conversion rate and significantly increase how much you profit from your Shopify store. And before we get to that tool, we have to cover what's the biggest mistake that e-commerce owners make, which is what makes this tool super useful. So one of the biggest mistakes is that they're making changes to their Shopify store based on their assumptions. They assume that certain things will lead to improvements just because they personally like them, or they just think that something will improve their conversion rate. They also assume that if their competitors are doing something, that it will work for them, and all this type of practice typically leads to a decrease in your conversion rate and therefore the profit of your Shopify store, which is one of the biggest reasons why you can't scale. And the thing is that increasing your conversion rate doesn't have to be that hard, and the best way to increase your conversion rate is actually very simple and very easy, and all you have to do is to ask your customers right questions, listen to their answers, and make changes based on what they tell you, which is the topic that we're going to cover in this video, so that you can apply this framework to your Shopify store to increase your conversion rate and how much you profit from your Shopify store. So we said that you want to ask right questions so that you understand what they want and make changes based on these insights. And the most effective way to do this is with post-purchase surveys, which over 90% of Shopify stores don't have at all. Post-purchase surveys are a set of questions that you ask your customers immediately after they place the order. It's shown on the thank you page, so the confirmation page. So this is how it looks like. So immediately after they place the order, they're on their confirmation page, and here you have the place to set up the post-purchase survey with the right questions, and we're going to cover what are these questions so that you learn from your customers and you implement these things to increase your profit. This will help you significantly because you will improve your business by listening to your customers. You can ask them the right questions that will help you with offer improvement, with conversion rate improvement, with the AOV improvement, and you can also use this insight to improve your ads, your emails, and every aspect of your business. You can even learn what products to launch and stuff. So this is why this feature is very important, and it also has a very high response rate because you ask them questions immediately after they place the order, so their thoughts and action are still fresh in their mind. If you ask them literally a second after the purchase, response rate is just going to be higher than if you ask them 30 days after the purchase. At that point, they barely even remember you. So this is the stats from one of our clients. You can see the response rate is 43%. So you can imagine almost half of people answering the questions that you ask them, and you have that data. So these are not just like some visitors that are window shopping and stuff. These are the actual customers that have placed the order. So they will give you a valuable insight so that you can repeat your customers and increase your profitability. So let's cover what are the best practices when it comes to creating the post-purchase survey so that you ask the right question and apply what you have learned and maximize the response rate. So how many people answer this so that you gather as much as possible data like in this example. So the first thing that is crucial when setting up the post-purchase survey is you need to set a clear goal of this survey. So what's the goal of the post-purchase survey? What do you want to learn? Do you want to improve your offers? Do you want to improve your conversion rate? Do you want to launch new products? Do you want to see just your attribution and stuff? So you need to set a clear goal what you want to learn, because based on that, you will set up what questions you want to ask here. So for example, if you want to optimize your offers or test new offers, you can ask questions like, how much did today's offer influence your decision to make a purchase? This question helps you understand how strong your current offer is. If it's not that strong, it means that you should try some new offering to resonate with your customers. You can also ask questions like, which type of offer would you most prefer for further purchases? Then you can list out different options, and based on that, you will learn what offers resonate with your customers, so you can have data on what you can test as a next offer on your website. And offer testing is one of the highest leverage when it comes to increasing the profitability of your Shopify store. So this is very important if you want to optimize your offers. For example, if you want to increase your conversion rate, you want to see what were the objections that your customers have had before placing the order. You can ask open-ended questions like, what made you almost not place the order today? And you will see that 80% of the answers will look similar. You find out what was the main objection. You can change the copywriting or images on your website, and you will handle that objection. And if you handle it, more people will buy from you and you will increase your conversion rate, which is why, once again, this is a very important thing. The next thing that you can ask is, what's the most important factor when it comes to buying shoes online? This is for the shoes brand. you gather insights on what's important for your customers. You will see that one response is repeating the most, and you can highlight it above default. If you're selling a jewelry and a high quality material is important, you can emphasize that above default, maybe with a social proof, and more people will see that and resonate with that, and you will increase your conversion rate because that's the most important thing for your customers. So in another example, if you're unsure of your attribution, what you can do is to ask questions like, before you go, how did you first hear about us? Then they will choose. If you're pushing your ads on Facebook, TikTok, Google, Snapchat, and you're unsure where the majority of your customers are coming from, this will help you a lot with finding out so that you can double down on that channel and transfer your ad spend from other channels to the main one that is bringing you the most customers. So very important thing. The next thing that is very important when it comes to creating the post-purchase service is that the first question is the most important question. If they answer the first question, chances of them answering the second question are higher because of the consistency principles. You want your first question to make easy to answer. You don't want to place some thoughtful questions there. You want to avoid open-ended questions, so input text questions as the first questions, because they are just harder to answer. They need to type, where with the radio buttons, they just press on the answer and they continue answering your survey. If it aligns with your brand, you can consider using the emojis like in this example below, and you want to as well make it easy to read. So easy to answer and easy to read, because you don't want to make this process thoughtful. You just want to make it as frictionless as possible. So this is one example how your first question look like. You can also add this before you go, and then the question, you can see if you have emojis. When you have emojis, people are processing the information more easily. It's not just the text, it's the visuals and the text, and that increases your response rate because more of them will process it more easily. So the third thing, and this may be the most important thing, is that you need to iterate on your questions once you gather insights. So once you have the answers on your questions, you want to set a new goal for the post-purchase survey, new questions, so that you keep learning from your customers, applying changes and improving your business. So this is how this loop look like. You have your questions that you ask, you gather the insights from them, then you create the hypothesis. So based on these insights, I think that improving this or that will contribute to a higher profitability. And then you want to test these hypotheses that you have created from these insights. So then after you test, you see if that has helped you with improving your profitability, and then you create a new set of questions that will help you gather more insights, and you keep going this never-ending loop so that you are constantly increasing your conversion rate and the profitability. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and if you'd like to receive my free trainings, click the link down below and watch the next video that will help you with increasing your conversion rate and the profitability of your Shopify store.